Hi guys, I'm Michael Italiano. I am the F1 Performance Coach to McLaren driver Daniel Ricciardo. We have just touched down after our weekend in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Really looking forward to this week coming up in Qatar and really excited to be interviewed by you guys. So my sole responsibility is to look after Daniel Ricciardo, him and him only. I pretty much train him, do all his physical preparation, his mental preparation, and also his nutrition. And I also attend every single race with him and ensure that he's prepared to race every race weekend all around the world. It's a fun job, a lot of traveling, and yeah, it's a big responsibility, but one that I truly love. The most important thing I look after is probably Daniel's recovery. The F1 calendar is a very long calendar. It goes from March to December. So there's a lot of traveling, as I mentioned. We're crossing over different time zones quite often. So jet lag is a big factor that we have to combat and try and alleviate throughout the calendar year, because you want these guys sleeping. These guys need to recover physically, but also mentally. It's such a grueling sport. So recovery is a big emphasis that I really focus on throughout the entire year. And it's probably something that we do the most. Probably coming second is probably training his neck, is what we probably do the most as well. How often we work out kind of depends on where we are throughout the calendar year. Pre-season is an obvious one where we probably train the most. So January, February, March, so 3 months there where we train full on to prepare him for race one, him being Daniel. And yeah, it's most of those days. Sometimes we're training twice a day in pre-season. It's quite full on. Throughout the year, as I mentioned previously, it's more emphasized around recovery. We do get some training blocks in between races where we have like 10 days between races where we will, sneak in a quick training block here or there. And also the mid-August break, which is a 4-week break. So usually I give Daniel a break, but I also give him some training to do whilst he's on his break. Nutrition plays a very important part with any professional athlete, and a Formula One driver is no exception. Nutrition is very important to ensure these guys are performing at their maximum potential and capabilities week in, week out for 2 hours on that racetrack on race day. What I usually do, we're lucky enough to have chefs on the race weekend, so I'll send the chefs timing schedule with the food requirements, the ingredients, the portions. It's very specific on what Daniel actually needs, and also his hydration protocol, which is very important throughout racing as well. So usually what Daniel will eat in the morning, we usually go for a nice high carb meal, so something like a porridge or like an oat bowl with some fruit and some honey, and then usually by midday I'll get him eating a little bit more more carbohydrate dependent foods. Sometimes it's more like a sweet potato lentil wrap, something like a vegetable wrap or burrito, I should say. And then we have some minor snacks throughout the day before he hits race day. For the Qatar F1, we are training a little bit differently, yes, mainly because of the humidity and the heat. It's something that we do specifically for the hot races. So Budapest being another, Singapore and Abu Dhabi being the other races that we will train specifically for this heat. So we'll do a bit of heat acclimation training prior to the event to ensure that Daniel is getting accustomed to the weather that we're about to head into. And we'll also adjust his hydration protocol quite a bit to ensure that he's hydrating a little bit more because he's probably going to be sweating a lot more in his race suit in Qatar. Yeah, I am very excited to be here in Qatar in a few days. I'm always looking forward to new races and new places that I've never visited before. So I've actually never been to Doha. So really looking forward to checking out the country and also checking out this new track under the lights. I love a night race. Abu Dhabi and Singapore are one of my favorites. So to add to those is even better. So yeah, really looking forward to heading out there in Qatar, seeing this amazing spectacle that they're about to put on, and hope to see all you lovely fans out there as well. Looking forward to it. Let's have some fun.